Alright, so very recently, Firestone Walker beers came into my area. I'm in Nebraska, Omaha, Nebraska. So they expanded their breweries a lot, like to be open to 6 states. One of them is Vermont, one is Connecticut, one is Iowa, one is Nebraska, and there's like a few others. So I recently got Firestone Walker beers in my area. Um, Before I got three Firestone Walker beers recently that I'll be reviewing for you. Firestone Walker's out of California. I've had two beers by them. One I did a review of, one I didn't. One is their Firestone Walker Velvet Merlin Stout. I had that in Denver 2 years ago. That was a great beer, very good. And I also had the Firestone Walker DBA when I was in California about a year ago. But I tried to do a review of it, but I was on the beach and it was windy, so I did a review, but I deleted it because you really couldn't hear me. But hopefully I'll be doing some reviews of more of them. So I'm getting right now Firestone Walker beers in 6-packs, and the Hy-Vee store that I'm currently buying from put it in the 6-pack mix and match spots. So this one I'm gonna be reviewing is the Pale 31 California Pale Ale. Firestone Walker has produced a lot of great brews from what I've heard. Given that I've only had two of them and I've only reviewed one, this one gets a very good score, like the upper 80s score on Beer Advocates. The Rose haven't looked at it, and it's 4.1 alcohol, 4.9 alcohol by volume. It has a date on the bottle which says best by 330, or no, it was bottled on 3/30/16, and it's early. It's the middle of May right now. So let's go ahead and get this one open, and then I will review this one for you. I'm looking forward to this quite a bit, and hopefully that the fact that I'm getting 6-packs of Firestone Walker will hopefully mean that I'll be getting like the limited releases at some point, like their Firestone Walker Parabola, the Sakaba, and stuff like that. I know that I saw the Luponic Distortion IPA recently, but I bought two of the beers I got were in a 6-pack mix and match. The third was in a 4-pack. It's the Firestone Walker Opal, which I'll be reviewing very soon. I've heard a lot of great things about Firestone Walker. Okay. So, this is a California Pale Ale. I'm assuming this is going to be very West Coast kind of hops and stuff like that. It's just basically a pale ale. And I love their labels. Their labels are just sharp and cool looking, and I love that. Just really nice. Alright. We have two fingers of a spongy white head, fluffy spongy white head. The body is clear as day, my friends. Very clear. When I look close enough, I do see like really tiny particulate matter. But that's basically with any beer, even if it's clear as this one is. If you look hard enough, you will see very little tiny matters, like little tiny little particulate matter. The color is a sort of a golden copper color. So let's go ahead and give this the aroma test. It smells just like West Coast hops to me, and I wish they would tell me on the bottle what the hops were, but it smells very West Coast. If this were an IPA, the smells would be a lot stronger, but this is a pale ale. It smells like a very floral, and very citrusy kind of hoppiness. Smells like white bread too. Smells like just a really nice West Coast hoppiness in a pale ale. Let's go ahead and give this a try. I never had this one from them before. Yeah, that's a very, very West Coast pale ale. West Coast hops all the way. Firestone Walker is, of course, out of California, so they're of course going to have West Coast hops. Next, I'm going to be reviewing their Easy Jack IPA, and then probably after that the Opal Saison. Okay, the flavor is has a very mildness about it. So where, unlike an IPA, it's not gonna have that like boom punch of hops, but there is a very nice West Coast floral, slightly, and there's floral mostly, and a tiny bit of like a little shade of citrus hops, and a bit of white bread in there too, as is the case with most beers, with most pale ales and most IPAs anyway. Yeah. It's very nice. It's very mild, very smooth, and just has good flavors with it. Needless to say, I'm very happy that Firestone Walker is bringing their beers to my area, because from when I've traveled to California and Colorado and had two of their beers, both of which were great, I'm very happy that I now have their beers in my area. Mouthfeel is light to medium, dry, and just not the smoothest, but it still has a nice little bit of smooth kind of thing going for it. It's a very nice flavor. I'm going to go ahead and give this beer a B+ though, because I feel like it's all West Coast and not really, like, all West Coast hops and not a whole lot of balance to it. Just a lot of West Coast hops and really not too much malty sweetness to balance stuff out. So in my opinion, not the best pale ale you can find, however it is still a B+. If you get Firestone Walker beers in your area at all, I highly, highly recommend you trying them out. Give them a try, and I'm gonna hopefully try a few more in my, that I have seen. I've seen the Pivo, I've seen the Luponic Distortion, I've seen the Wookie Jack, I've seen the Union Jack, and I have the Easy Jack right here. So thank you so much for watching this beer review, and thank you again.